Takes the snap, sets, throws back at the end zone. Leaping grab is up. End zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Colorado. Ty Robinson, the freshman out of Eagle Crest High School, on a laser beam pass that time by Brendan Lewis.
There's a touchdown by the freshman Ty Robinson as the Buffs fall on the road to Oregon. Now they're getting ready for homecoming this week here at Folsom Field. Hi, everybody. Voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Chris Dountas joining us. You might not know that name. He's an incredibly important part of what goes on here at Colorado. Director of Football Equipment. That's a big gig, man.
Absolutely.
Is this the fun house behind us here?
This is awesome. The International Swag Palace of the Pac-12.
How long you been here? Where'd you come from?
This is my third season here at Colorado. Before that, I was at Stanford for 3 years.
All right.
And then before Stanford, spent 11 solid years at the University of Pittsburgh.
Okay. Interesting job. How do you get into working with equipment?
You know what? It was a total accident for me. Started as a work-study job. I was doing laundry with football GA in my undergrad, and then they invited me to come back the next year and jumped into training camp with them, spotted footballs, and then started working footballs in and worked on helmets and never got out of it.
Interesting job a lot of people don't think about. What we got here, these racks back here, are really kind of interesting. I want you to come on down here because you've got, this is the team rack, or what do we call this right here?
So this is just our space saver storage system.
Okay.
This is pretty much where we keep everything organized and locked up. The aisle we're going to go in right now, one big part of it is we do all our pregame prep in this room. We like to keep everything back here out of the locker room.
So what are we looking at here?
So we've got 5 aisles of what we call player bins. Pretty much from here down is one player. So we keep everything back here that they wear on game day. We have all their game helmets, game pants, jerseys we keep on a separate rack, and then we have accessory bags, things like that. So we keep their game gloves, armbands. We'll redo the decals. We don't like to have old Ralphies with scuffs or anything on there for games, so we'll peel all the Ralphies off every week, put new Ralphies on them, and then we also take care of any stickers that are on the back. So player number, Pac-12 logos, things like that. If the bumpers get scuffed up or tore up, we'll replace those as well.
I mean, this is a process. This isn't just a one-man job. You've got an entire crew that's working on
I've got a really good crew. I'm very fortunate. I like to say I got the best crew in the country.
Yeah.
Luke Westall is my assistant, and then we have Devin Kramer, who came to us as an intern this year, and then we have 10 kids as well that help us out every day, and it's all hands on deck.
Yeah.
All hands on deck.
This is fascinating stuff they do here in the equipment room. We're going to continue talking about this, but by the way, Isaiah Lewis, who played some pretty good football this past week in the loss to the Ducks, we heard from him after the game.
I think it came down to executing our assignments, paying attention to details. It's something that our performance today was pretty unfamiliar, I feel like, overall. So it'll definitely be easy to go back, take notes, and not make the same mistakes again. Now, I would actually give props to Nate. I mean, he was out there on the sideline as if he was in the game. You know, he's keeping guys' heads up. He's, making sure guys are doing their assignments. It came down more to, like I said, we just got to take on our roles and execute them the way we're supposed to, no matter who's out there. No, we just knew that the quarterback, he's versatile. The receivers, they're really good athletes, so all the receivers were there, and we made sure to have them schemed up and ready to play against them. Kind of right now, we need to play full team football. So all 3 aspects of the game of our team need to be at full go, and then I know we will execute the way we're supposed to.
There's safety Isaiah Lewis after the Buffs lost to the Ducks last week, as we continue with Chris Dountas, the Director of Football Equipment here at the University of Colorado. Okay, before we get to the shoes, which is big for everybody, obviously, the shoes, right? The uniform combinations, where does that come from? Where was that decision being made? When's that decision
We
made?
like to keep it a mystery, a secret,
right.
but we start in the summertime. Usually about the end of July, I'll meet with Coach, and we sit down and we will plan out the whole season in about an hour.
Is that right?
Yeah, we plan it all out. We'll tweak things throughout the season if we need to, but for somebody like me, I kind of like to look where we're going.
Yeah.
If we're on the road, Coliseum, UCLA, the grass is pretty tough on our uniform. So I'll look at that and kind of do the combos for those games. But just make a suggestion. We have a little spreadsheet, and I give it to Coach, and he signs off on it, makes changes if he wants changes. But
do the players campaign sometimes?
They do. They do. We listen to them. I like to call a few in here, and even if they don't try to campaign, they'll give us their opinion. That's for sure.
One thing about student athletes right now, they love the shoes, right? And
Absolutely.
This is amazing back here, what you got right here. Tell us what this is all about.
Absolutely. So starting from here down in our storage system, this is our footwear sections. Out of the entire room, this is my favorite section. So the one we're looking at right now, this is all of our coaching, running, working out, and lifting shoes. This is not cleated footwear. This is all just normal running shoes, like I said, for lifting, running, and workouts. We also have shower slides. We give them flip-flops to wear around the facility and things like that. But starting from here down, we got about 4 aisles full of cleated footwear.
All right. So speaking of the cleats, I mean, you know, different field conditions allow for, or I guess demand different cleats.
Absolutely.
How are those decisions made?
Absolutely. So really, we base it off the position of the player. It goes off height and weight of those guys, and we kind of go from there. That's kind of the starting point, and then really we get into the comfort for a lot of guys. You have guys with wide feet.
Yeah.
You have guys who kind of have smaller arches, flat feet, things like that. So it's a little bit more intense than just going into a Foot Locker, measuring your foot out, and taking a pair home with you.
All right. What's the biggest size shoe you got in here right now?
Biggest one we have is a size 18.
18. Holy cow! Let me take a look at that thing. Look at the size of that thing right there. This isn't somebody currently on the team.
Yes.
Oh, it is.
Yep. It is.
Can we say who it is?
No,
we're not.
He gets pretty embarrassed about it. So.
We're not going to. You know what? A small family of 4 could live in that right there. Chris, great stuff. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate it.
All right, Chris Dountas. He's the director of football equipment here at the University of Colorado. Fascinating in this room, by the way. Stay with us. We're going to talk basketball with assistant coach Rick Ray from the men's team coming up next.